if you don't mind, if I can sit here so I can write, because I'm going to be taking a lot of notes. So.
Okay. Do you want to sit here by you? Or no? Okay.
Wherever they've just kind of got us in a small room here. So. This is where they use the fingerprint stuff. So. And then here's wherever you want to sit.
He's not coming in?
No.
Oh.
No, that's for you. So.
That's your chair.
Okay. My name is David. You can just call me Dave.
Okay.
And you go by Alyssa.
Yep.
Okay. And this all happened. It would have been Wednesday, the 21st. Okay. I'm going to go through some basic information just to make sure that I understand a little bit about the house there and where you all live.
Okay.
Who all lives in the house there with you?
My two brothers. Your names?
Please.
Nathaniel, Joseph.
Okay. Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Joseph.
Okay.
Emma. My grandma.
Okay.
And my grandpa. And then my aunt, Catherine, and her husband, Ryan.
What's his name?
Ryan.
Ryan. Okay, I'm sorry. Get my pen to unclog and keep up with it. Okay. And on Wednesday, were they all there?
I believe so.
Okay. And you all own that property out there? Is that right? The land out there behind there, is that yours? Okay.
Just the 10 acres.
Okay. All right. We're going to start from Wednesday morning. Let's just kind of start there.
Okay.
Walk me through from the time you woke up in the morning.
Okay.
Woke up in the morning and walk me through exactly what happened.
We didn't go to seminary that day, right? Okay. So I woke up and got ready and I went out to go get the bus, but I missed the bus because it doesn't usually pick me up.
Okay.
So I went back to the house and my grandpa gave me a ride to school. So I went to school.
Okay.
And I was there all day. And then I came home on the bus and I got home around 3. No, 4. 3:30. 3:30, 4. I get home around then. And I just hung out in my room for a little while. And then I went for a walk around 4:35, something like that. And I was just walking around in the forest for a while. And I was supposed to take my little sister with me, but I ditched her because she's annoying.
Okay.
And I was just walking around in the forest. And then for about an hour, I came back around 5:36-ish. And I went up in my room. And I heard Emma yelling. So I went outside. And she was down in the ditch area. She was stuck in thorn bushes. So I went down there and I helped her out. And she asked me why I was bleeding because, I found out on my period.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, don't tell anyone that. And so we went up there. And my brother and Anthony were asking about Elizabeth because she was supposed to be at home or something.
Okay.
And I didn't really think much of it, so we just went back to the house and then started to get ready to go to church because we have Wednesday night activities.
Okay.
And Anthony came and he was pounding on the door and he was like, do you know where Elizabeth is? Because he couldn't find her. And that's when things started to get, people were like, oh, what's going on? Like, where is she? But we ended up going to church and a lot of stuff happened while we were there because it's from 7 to 8:15-ish. And when we came back, there was 3 sheriff cars in our property, and there was people out searching everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And that's pretty much it. I went to sleep after that.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll kind of start you over a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you got up and you were going to get on the bus. You missed the bus.
Yes.
Okay. And you were at school.
Mhm.
You didn't ditch that day.
Nope.
Okay. So we're verified that you're at school.
Yes.
So if we check, they're going to say you were at school that
Yes. Yes.
day. Okay. What'd you do at school?
I went to all my classes, did my schoolwork, went to work out.
Anything happen at school?
Nope.
Anything eventful?
Just the usual school day.
Okay. I mean, anything out of the ordinary?
Nope.
Any fights or arguments with anybody?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now you have a boyfriend.
I do.
Okay. What's his name?
His name's Dustin.
Dustin. Okay. Do you know, has anybody talked to him about any of this? Or?
I'm pretty sure he's been interviewed.
Okay. Okay. So you didn't ditch school that day, but the next day you did. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, making sure I got my days right. Okay. Did you talk to Dustin on Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay. Anything happened that day with Dustin? Everything was normal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you go to school, and what time did you get home from school?
I got home 3:30ish.
3:30. Okay. Who was home at 3:30?
My grandpa was home, right? Yes. You were at the daycare. My grandma, no. She was at home too. So I remember seeing the truck in the garage. Catherine was there. Ryan wasn't there yet.
Catherine is your aunt?
Yes. And my brothers and Emma were still on their bus because they don't get home till 4.
So Grandpa, Grandma, Aunt Catherine, and who else? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, so 3:30. That's who was home.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do when you got home?
I went in my room, went to the bathroom, did usual stuff when you get home from school.
Sure.
And then I decided to go for a walk because it was a nice day Wednesday.
Okay.
So I went outside in the forest and just.
Where'd you go when you say you went to a walk? Where'd you go?
Okay. There's like a tree line. If you want to like draw this for you or something.
I have a map.
Oh.
Now the thing about this map, I don't think it has where your actually house is. So the way I understand
It's
the
about
new
right
house
here.
would be right back here. Is that right?
Around there.
Okay, let's say the new house is ballpark here. So that is this correct then? So the wood line is back over here.
Mhm.
Okay, so
I
where
went
did you
through
go?
here and I hung out at the pond for a little while.
Okay.
And then there's a trail that goes out here and then it's like right.
Draw it for me if you would, please.
I'm not exactly sure how far back it goes. It's like past all the clearings and then when it starts to get to like a smaller trail and whatnot, there's a little side thing. It's like a side trail I go off on. And you just keep following that trail and it goes off over there. And there's like a really cool cow pasture with sweet looking, it's like a creek kind of.
Okay, so it follows. It goes from pond to pond to pond. Are these
Those
ponds?
aren't ponds.
Oh, they're not?
No, those are like
Clearings.
yeah,
Just clearings? Okay,
Yes.
all right. So
There's
it goes
like
from clearing to
three
clearing.
three clearings, I believe.
And then this goes to a creek bed.
And then there's a trail, but it's kind of hard to miss the side turning. It's like kind of right at the beginning of the trail, and it splits off and you cross a little creek, and then there's another like path, like a road
Okay.
path. And you just follow that, and it takes you to this really cool pasture.
It's something we always do is we walk a person through their day and we make a timeline just so we go through everything. So what time did you go for your walk?
I went for a walk around 4:30 or 5.
So how long, when you got home about 3:30, how long were you at home messing around before you went on your walk, do you think?
I was home at least an hour.
Okay, so about 4:30 or 5 you went?
Right.
Okay. So you would have left the house, went out this direction,
Mm-hmm.
and went out here. And then, so the creek bed goes out this way?
Well, there's I believe that this little line here is the trail or something. But
Did you go out all this way over
yes.
here? And then where'd you go from here?
I just kept following the
Where does
path.
it go from here? Show me.
It
Ballpark.
goes like, it does some turns and whatnot, but it's a pretty easy path to follow. It's like
Okay.
a road path.
Show me does it loop back around then?
No, it doesn't loop. It like goes this way, I think.
Okay, and then what'd you do?
And then there was a pasture. I just hung out at the creek.
And then what'd you do?
I came back.
Then you walked back?
Yes.
And then what'd you do?
I went home.
Did you take that same route
Yes.
back is what I'm asking?
Yes, I did.
So you went back up here, hung out at a pasture,
Mm-hmm.
and then came back here.
Yes.
How long did that take you to do?
It takes about...
How long were you on your walk? Is what I'm asking.
Walk? It's about 15 or 20 minutes, I believe. Right, Grandma? It's the first cow pasture we went to when we took Princess with us.
It's been a long time since
I don't
Okay.
know. It's
How long were you gone that
So
day
your
on
pasture
your walk?
I was gone for about an hour.
Okay, so you were gone about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
When you walked up there, the cow pasture, what were you doing up there?
I was just, enjoying nature, taking a walk.
Were you smoking?
No.
Okay. If you were, that's fine. I don't care. I'm just trying to get an idea.
This is one of those occasions where if you were, we don't care if you were.
Oh, I know. I wasn't.
Okay.
I promise.
So you're walking up there, you go up to this cow pasture. Did you meet anybody up there?
Nope.
Did you meet Dustin up there? Did you meet anybody else up there?
Mm-mm.
Did you see anybody on the trail?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It was just the forest.
Okay.
Peaceful, no one there.
Okay, so you walked up there, and you're gone about an hour, and then you came back.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I went up in my room, and then I heard Emma, yelling, crying, So I came outside, and she was, okay, well, we don't have the gravel road, but we excavated it, say that's the pond or something,
Mhm.
and this is the gravel road, and it comes around this way.
Yep.
But in this part, there's a steep incline, you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
But she was down in there. And
Down in here?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was stuck in thorn bushes. And I helped her out.
Now, you were in your room.
Mm-hmm.
What part of the house is your room?
It's up here. I had my window open. That's why I could hear.
Okay. So you heard Emma was she yelling?
Yeah.
Okay. So you went down to help Emma.
Mm-hmm.
She was stuck.
Yep.
Okay. Do you remember when that was?
Ooh, that was around 6:30, 6:15. It wasn't that long after I got back.
Okay. When you went home, when you were up in your room.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go down to help Emma,
Mm-hmm.
and she was stuck. How was she stuck?
Well, there was a big old bush of thorn, big old thorn bushes,
Uh-huh.
and she couldn't get over it. She somehow managed to get herself stuck in there, so I had to go down and help her.
Okay.
Is she like the little person? You look after her.
I do. I mean, she's annoying, but
She's still your person.
If the time is critical, my husband remembers because Alyssa went charging, running down the stairs. I mean, really loud. So
Yeah,
he knows
I heard her
exactly what
screaming.
time she went charging down the stairs because I think this is the critical time here because this is when Emma and Elizabeth had just parted ways at this point before she started crying.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's an important time, but
Yeah, I want to back you up a little bit because when you went on your walk, you said about 4:30 or 5 or so.
mm-hmm.
Who did you see when you went on your walk? I mean, when you went out, who was around then?
Well, I just remember seeing Catherine's car in the driveway. Grandma and Grandpa's cars in the garage, I believe. And I just walked out and I started running to ditch Emma around there. And she
Okay,
just
so
didn't follow me.
Emma was behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. But you didn't see anybody else?
No.
Okay. Did you see, you said your Aunt Catherine was home at that time?
Yes.
Okay. So you came back, you helped Emma,
Mm-hmm.
and then what happened from there? You helped Emma out, and then what'd you do from there?
We went back to the house after I had gotten her up out of the
Okay.
friends. And then we started to get ready for church, because church starts at 7.
Okay. Okay.
And we went went to church and just did the activities till 8, came back, and everything was crazy.
So you got back at 8, and then, I mean, what did they tell you? What?
Well, they were like, yeah, there's 3 sheriffs here. People were out searching for her. They can't find her. There was people searching the ditches and in the forest, and they had dogs and everything. I don't know. It was
Couldn't find Elizabeth.
Right.
Is that what they're telling you?
right.
They just
And
say she was
they
missing.
Yeah, they were like questioning me about the day. They didn't actually question me that day though, because I went up to go take a shower, and then they just left or something, and I went to bed.
So they just told you Elizabeth was missing.
My grandpa did, yes.
How did that make you feel?
I was just, I didn't think it would happen. Like things like this don't happen to you,
What can you tell me about Elizabeth? I don't know, other than her name and her date of birth here. I don't know anything about this girl. Tell me about Elizabeth.
Well, she's 9.
Okay.
I don't really know that much about her either.
I mean, tell me what you do know about her.
Okay. She'd come over and swim. She's kind of girly, like
Okay.
not like naturistic, I guess
Okay.
I'd say. She can be annoying.
Okay. Okay.
5 or 2 of her age.
Yeah. She hangs out with Emma occasionally.
And
She rides she rides my little sister's bus.
Okay.
That's about it. My brother's Anthony.
She's a brother, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't know anything else about her?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, there's been, there were some folks out there out in the forest, I guess, digging some holes or looking at some holes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they had said that you like to go out there and dig holes. So I'm going to have to ask you some stuff about yourself.
Okay.
Because obviously that plays in there if they were looking at holes and you're out there in the forest and that sort of thing. So
Right.
I guess just tell me a little bit about yourself so I understand where all this is coming from.
I really like nature, animals, being outside. It's just naturistic like that. And I get bored really easily, and I'm entertained really easily.
Okay.
So digging holes is just something to do. And behind our daycare house, there's like 2 still there that you haven't filled in, right? 2 holes. That from when me and my brothers were digging holes when we lived in the house.
Okay.
And they're really big. But the one that usually I don't really dig very big holes because I get bored. I'll start doing it and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay. You just like to dig holes?
And I like to climb trees.
Okay.
And I bury dead animals that I find because I believe it's respectful to them.
Okay. What kind of holes do you dig?
Um,
Tell me about these holes you dig.
well,
You dig them a certain way every time, or just
just
dig a hole?
Just dig a hole, pretty much.
Okay. Just wherever they're at. I mean, do you dig at a certain spot or what?
No.
Just a big round hole.
I'm such a not dirt kind of girl.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me. I don't do worms and I don't do dirt.
Well, I'm in rugby,
Oh.
and so we do a lot of contact, physical, in the mud and whatnot. And
I know several
really
girls
enjoy
playing
that.
rugby. That's kind of the thing right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this new?
I hadn't heard of it until this year.
This is the first year I know several girls
So
that are playing. How many teams are there?
Girls rugby?
Yes.
It's
Girls
good.
rugby, high school girl rugby. And
Hey.
they get after it.
Oh, I'm sure they
yes,
do.
they do.
The school
I'm
doesn't
sure
sponsor
they
it
do.
because it's too dangerous. But there's a team
Hey.
in Jeff
I
City.
know there's at least 2
Good for
teams
'em.
in Jeff City.
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm not sure about the other one, but I'm on one of them.
And you love it?
I do.
And you love the mud? And
It's
you
so
love
much
dirt
fun.
under your fingernails? Do you mind worms?
I like bugs.
Yeah, I'm all, like, when I'm working in
You're
my
the-
flower,
you're the
I'm
girly
the
girl.
glove girl, because I don't do, and I'm all, ooh,
Yeah, you
there's
two
a
would.
worm. Yeah, you wouldn't have had to run to ditch me at the wood line. I'd have been like, oh, I'll wait here.
My little sister, she'll follow you. She'll be like, oh.
She
hey,
was
hey,
running
hey.
to keep up.
Yeah.
So you had to outrun her.
I did.
Yeah.
It's not that hard though, because she's 6.
She's 6.
Alyssa, this hole that you dug, when did you dig that hole?
Sunday. I
Sunday.
believe. Yes.
Why did you dig that hole?
Because Sunday I was bored. You don't really do much on Sunday. Can't watch TV, play video games, you know. So, decided to go outside.
When did you dig it?
Ooh. I think my grandpa would have the exact time. I don't really remember.
What were you doing Sunday? I mean, tell me about Sunday then.
We didn't go to church Sunday, right? Because we were at Mom's house, I believe. I was at my mom's house for the weekend.
Okay.
She lives at the lake. And we came back around 5, and I know I dug it before dark, so it was sometime in between. Wait, what time did we come home?
I didn't pick you up till 6.
Well, it must have been in between like 6:30, 7, I guess.
You picked her up where?
Eugene.
You picked her up at 6 p.m. at Eugene.
Right.
And it's how long the drive?
Half hour.
So you got back home 6:30, 6:45ish probably?
We would have been right at 6:30.
6:30?
About 25 minutes.
Well, it's getting dark by then.
Yeah.
Well,
So you got home at 6:30,
yeah.
and how did you dig a hole at what? So what did you
Well,
do
that's
Sunday? Well, I'm not asking what your grandpa. When you got home at 6:30 at Sunday, what did you do then?
Oh, I think I took a shower and went to sleep, so I don't think I did it. I think it was Saturday, actually. No, because I wasn't here Saturday.
You weren't here Saturday.
Nope.
On Sunday,
Right.
Monday.
I think it was Friday then, because I was here Friday. And I know I did it during the day, because it wasn't dark, and we didn't have school Friday. So, I'm pretty sure it was him.
Because I was out there yesterday,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you remember my face. I talked to you yesterday,
Yes.
and you probably don't remember. I had mud all over me then because it was raining. I'd been digging a hole for about 5 hours,
Right.
and you and your grandpa assured me it was on Sunday. You told me you were 100% positive it was Sunday. So now are you certain
Well, if
it
it-
wasn't Sunday?
Well, now that I actually think about it, I was just listening to my grandpa because he keeps track of things really well. But if I didn't get home till 6:30, then there's no way I could have done it.
Yeah, it wouldn't seem possible. that it
Right.
was.
Right.
And you weren't here Saturday,
Right.
and you didn't do it during the week because there's only Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
So then you're thinking it had to have been Friday.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about Friday. Do you remember Friday? Did you go to school on Friday? You
We didn't have
ditch?
we didn't have
Okay.
school Friday.
No school on
So I
Friday.
got up around like noon.
Okay.
Ish.
So were Grandma and Grandpa home on Friday, or did you work
I
on
worked half
Friday?
a day.
You worked half a day, so you been home at noon.
12:30 when the sun comes. Get it back to quarter two.
Okay, and so was she asleep when you got home?
I just did not recall.
Okay.
I
So
don't think
what
so.
you
I had pretty much like gotten up and was just hanging out. Just,
It was my organizer.
yeah.
That might tell me something. If you like.
Oh, that's fine. So then Friday, what you do? Think back to Friday.
After getting up, I hung out for a while at the house, and it was a nice day Friday. Relatively nice day. So I decided to go outside and just do whatever. And I dug a hole, and then I came
Okay.
back.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna slow you down.
Okay.
It was a nice day. No school. You slept till noon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what time you went outside?
I do not. It maybe 3.
3 in the afternoon. Do you remember who was with you?
I did not bring anyone with me. I go on solo walks. My grandpa should have seen me though, because I don't know. Yeah, he would have seen me.
Your grandpa would have seen you
Yes.
go out. Did you just bring a shovel with you?
Yes.
What kind of shovel? Like a long shovel or like one of the short shovels?
It's a pretty long shovel, like that tall.
Okay, so do you think
It's not a camping shovel or anything.
Okay, that's what I meant. Like one of the short ones or one of the long handle.
Did you go to the house and get it?
No, I went to the.
Daycare? 'Cause
Barn.
I remember looking out the window and seeing you walking with the shovel.
It was at the barn.
And so I was still at work. I don't get off until 12:30.
Right. It was at the
And
barn.
I remember thinking, what is she doing with that shovel?
So you saw her
I
take
did.
the shovel? Well, you
And I was
did.
at work. Yeah. Now that you're bringing all this up, yes.
Wait a minute, where's the daycare?
It's in front.
It's right next to the barn.
Daycare's in front. New house is in back. Forest is behind it.
And this was on Friday? Okay. And what time was that?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I left there at 1:45. It was toward the end of my day. Do you know what
Where did you see her walk to then?
I just started walking to the new house.
To the house.
Mostly, I probably wouldn't have even remembered because she walks all over. But I remember seeing a shovel in her hand.
And you're positive that was on Friday?
Well, I can't be positive, 100% positive, but it was within the last few days. And since we're kind of, narrowing the days down on the timeline, I would have to say it was Friday.
Okay.
I don't know why that matters, but
Well, it matters because if there's we're trying to account for why there's, that odd hole back there and when it was dug. So, we're trying to account for that hole. And
it was either Thursday or Friday. I can tell you that 100% for sure. And since she probably didn't do it Thursday, because she has rugby, doesn't come home until 5:30. It just kind of fits into that. That's the only day. Do you know what I mean? I can see why you do these timelines, because then you.
yeah, where is this? This isn't the
Oh my word!
exact.
Well,
This
yeah,
is an
when
old
she could just
map.
always
So
see
if
where
this
it
were
was.
the
I
house,
don't have
where where's the
whatever she
daycare?
has in her brain to see all that. That
Where-
looks like a mess to me.
Well, if here's your road coming in and here's the house, where's this daycare? Is the daycare in your house?
No, there's a whole house there. So what's this?
Well, here's where would the pond be, and here's the highway. Here's the highway, and so here's your driveway coming in. Brakes off.
You're making that a house? That's not a house?
Yes.
Okay, then it would be like right
Okay,
here somewhere.
maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I apologize.
It's okay. I have to get my bearings.
We don't have an updated. This was Google Maps. This was all they don't. It's not updated new enough to where it has your house on there. So
But I didn't see my barn and.
yeah. Okay. So you're thinking it was last week when you dug that?
Yes.
Why did you dig that hole?
Because I was bored and I felt like doing something.
Tell me about that hole, though. It's a very specific hole. It's a very unique hole, I should say.
Are all of your holes like that?
No.
Okay.
But why? You dug the hole, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That was a very, very unique hole.
I guess. I was digging. Whatever shape comes to mind. I was just entertaining myself.
The reason I'm asking, it just seems like and you can understand why, as if people were out in the woods looking for a person,
Yes.
if they were lost, or God forbid, looking for if they thought it was God forbid, a body, why they would be alarmed by that hole, because they're come along a hole, freshly dug hole that was, we're talking about a perfect rectangle hole that is 3 by about 4.5, 5 foot, perfect rectangle. Perfect size. What would be a grave, or what you think of a small coffin? So think a perfect rectangle about 3 feet by about 4.5, 5 foot, straight shovel marks down. About, as you described when I talked to you out there, about that deep.
Mm-hmm.
Straight down the first few inches of dirt, up until you get to that real hard packed dirt, almost as if somebody were digging down, got to a point where you got to those roots in that hard dirt and realized it's too hard to dig. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why so many people, I think, were alarmed by that hole, because that's the kind of hole that we as investigators typically see when we find a body underneath it. So I think that's why there were so many people alarmed by that. So that's the reason I was asking you why most people, if they were just going to bury a bunny or something out there, they dig. I'm digging a hole, by God, just dig a hole. But for a 15-year-old girl to dig a perfectly rectangle 3 by 4 or 5 square rectangle hole, it just caught a lot of people as very odd.
Yeah, it makes sense. It does.
What do you think about that?
Well, I guess, the timing for digging that hole was definitely not good.
Have you ever dug a hole like that before?
I have.
Where at?
I've buried animals. They're up in behind the house. There's like a little hill that goes up, and there's trees, and there's like a little grave-ish site. We dug holes for dead cats.
Okay. I mean, did you? Because what I'm trying to do is so that I can go out of here and be able to tell some of these other agents that look, this wasn't she wasn't digging a grave site. She's dug holes like this before.
Mm-hmm.
So are there other sites you could show us where you dug a perfect rectangle hole like this, or is this the only time you dug a hole just like that? Because if there is another hole like that you could show us.
I think that's the only hole that's not filled in.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's filled in or not.
Okay.
We have experts out there that can look at that, and I mean, these guys can. It doesn't matter if it's a year old. They can.
Okay.
They have sonar. They can run right over it, and they can tell you the shape, the depth, the whole thing. I mean, we're talking about guys that have the FBI. They have instruments that can do just about everything. So I mean, if there is one that you can point out, we can show them, look, this is, this girl likes to dig holes in certain shapes, and that way they'll calm down about, nobody will think,
Right.
It's different or weird about it. So, have you dug a hole like this before then, or is this the first time?
It's not completely like this, but it's like kind of like that.
Okay.
Like
So
big enough for a shoebox.
Okay, but this is the first time of that size.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But what about the big round ones that I kept falling in? And I mean, they're deep. And I kept telling the kids, you guys quit doing this because they're dangerous. And we used to ride our horses up there, and I could break
Sure.
a leg. I mean, they're huge.
Okay.
There's like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
Are you
And this is on our property.
digging pits or what?
Well,
I don't know.
it was entertaining.
Okay.
And we like to make traps just occasionally, put some sticks over it and some leaves.
Yeah, we
For you to break a
Oh,
leg
we pull them in, yeah.
Well, if they have horses, that's not a good idea, Lisa.
Well, we don't ride our horses up there.
I was going to say, if a horse breaks its
Right,
leg,
right.
what happens?
I know, but
Yeah.
we didn't do that. We don't ride our horses up there.
Well, we used to. We
used to, but we don't.
You have horses. You
We
have
did.
horses.
I do.
But they're not rectangle. They're
Big round ones.
big round. I don't know what that matters.
Okay. Did Elizabeth ever go on walks with you in the woods?
Nope.
I know you said she was a girly girl.
Yeah, I've
but-
never seen her in the woods.
Okay. I mean, did you ever take her on walks in the woods or anything like that?
When I go on walks, I like to look at myself.
Okay. Does Dustin ever go on walks with you out in the woods or anything like that? Okay. What do you know about all of this so far? Obviously, unfortunately, your poor family's been thrown in the middle of this. So what do you know about this whole investigation or mess?
She's still missing. They're out looking for her. They don't want any more volunteers because there's a lot of volunteers so far. This is really big. They've had helicopters
Yeah, they have.
searching as well, and I don't know. That's pretty much what I know.
It's very sad for her.
Yeah,
Could you imagine if Emma was missing? God, it would be awful.
Yeah, and her
You couldn't
mom,
stand to
her
hear her
family
cry.
has.
I mean, that's
I'm
why
sure
they're
her
making
mom's
such a big deal
devastated.
about this.
Yeah.
I mean, can you, like you said,
I mean,
You can
came
understand why all this
thundering
is
down
going
the
on.
stairs when Emma was screaming outside. I mean, I just can't.
I know. I've got kids, so I can't
Mhm.
even imagine. I'm going to ask you just some opinion questions here. I mean, what do you think happened to Elizabeth?
Well, I really don't think she would run away because she's 9. And the way that they've been searching for 2 days, never found any sign of her. So I think that maybe someone kidnapped her or something. It's a terrible thing, but I don't know what else to assume.
Would she have easily been lured into a car? I mean, was she that kind of girl? I don't know anything about her. Would she? I mean, would she have been like with a kitten? I mean,
Maybe. You'd have to ask her mom about
sure.
that.
Do you think somebody did something to her? I mean, is that
That seems most likely because I don't think she'd be the kind of person that would like hide or stay out all night or anything like that.
okay? Is there anybody in that area you can think of that would? I mean, that comes to mind that you would think of that would do that? Is there anybody that, knowing your neighbors, that you would?
No, but there is a lot of cars to drive down that highway.
Okay, just a few opinion questions. I'm just asking your opinion because what type of person do you think would do this sort of thing to a 9-year-old girl?
A sick person, like someone that I don't know can put down all their morals and just take a 9-year-old girl.
Whenever we find out what happened to her, if somebody did something to her, what do you think should happen to them?
I think they should get convicted. Well, yeah, because all the trouble that they're causing so far.
I'm going to ask you because I ask everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do anything to Elizabeth?
No.
Did you cause her disappearance?
No.
Did you kill her?
No.
Okay. Do you know where she's at right now?
No.
I may have. I'm new to this. Like, so Elizabeth was playing with Emma,
That's my understanding.
and when was that?
They were sometime after I had gone in the forest because I guess Emma just decided to go over to Elizabeth's.
Oh, after you ran away,
Yes.
she went to find somebody new to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Have you talked with Emma about all this?
I have. I mean, a little bit.
What does she say?
She's just saying that Elizabeth dropped her off and decided to go back home. She didn't really say too much about it, really. I mean, she said, yeah, they were playing and whatnot, but
So she wasn't tangled up in the bush with her.
that was supposedly after Elizabeth dropped her off, I guess.
Okay. And I go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do I need to stop?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Actually,
okay.
I need you to step out if
Okay.
possible. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
wait a bit longer because if they're out, I'm going with her.
Go ahead. Yeah. I'll whatever the rules are. I'll
You
step
go ahead
out.
first, please.
Oh, we're locked in.
This happens to me in the juvenile office as well. I
Do they
locked
lock it?
in and
Yeah.
locked out and green buttons. And
You okay?
Get us out.
Do you
No,
need to go to the
I didn't know the
bathroom?
doors
Do
were
you need
locked.
some water? Okay.
You do. You use that.
Okay.
This way.
Yes. This side.
I will not. I'll just stand outside.
You just want to come right here.
Yeah. You okay? You want something to drink?
No, I'm good.
Kara Murphy, Kara Weber, Jamie Gish, another Jamie, I don't know her last name. Katie Nelson, Taylor Berry, Tanisha, Sierra, Lauren. That's all I can think of right now.
How many people at the same time?
There's supposed to be 15, and we have like some people that like just come, but then they'll come other times. So just be random.
It's not through the school because it's too dangerous to have the
Right.
issues.
Right.
She's cute. She looks just like my niece. Hair reminds me just like a niece. It's just like her. Alright.
I'm good.
Okay. Everybody good? Everybody good on drinks and everything? So, okay. She's 6. She looks older than 6.
Oh yeah, she hangs out with me and my
She just turned
brothers.
6. She's just a good girl.
Oh, really?
Are you talking about Emma?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
really
over there.
intelligent too.
Is she over
Well,
there?
because she was on the computer clicking like, she's on the
She's got
computer like she's 12 or
all
something.
brothers and sisters.
And she's, one of the gals is helping her on the computer, but she's whizzing through that with the mouse, just clicking around. I was like,
Wow.
God, she's a 6-year-old. So it's, that generation's going to grow up with computers, when they,
Yes.
wondering with these adults, like, you didn't have the internet, like, listening to, when, I used to talk to my parents, when they said, I grew up listening, we didn't have a TV, we had a radio, and I'm like, God, you didn't have a television? You didn't have the internet? What do you mean you didn't have broadband? With Emma, on her, she said she saw Elizabeth. That's my understanding. Do you know what time that was, or do you, from talking with her, or when that was, or when they played?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Where on this map, and you'll have to help me, which one is Elizabeth's house? Or is it, where would it be, ballpark?
I think it's right there.
Okay, so it's not on this map. It was
Right.
somewhere right up in
And it's
here.
not on the map. It's like the last street from there's the last house before, yeah.
Is there, to walk up there, is there like a back path or something? Like if Emma's going to go up there and say, hey, can she come over and play or whatever, is there,
Yeah, there
where's that on there? How's that?
On the, you could probably come up
Ballpark.
here and just like,
Where would she go to?
well,
And she doesn't take the highway, does she?
I believe they do at times.
Yeah, I'm-
Emma's not allowed to go alone.
I'm
and she's
thinking she'd
not
take
gone.
the highway, because that'd be the
Emma's
easiest.
not allowed to go alone?
No.
She
That-
doesn't break that rule, does she?
She did that day, yeah.
No,
went
she's
along.
broken it before too.
We only knew about it one other time, but she knows not to go
But
alone.
when
She asked
to
about
go
that.
back,
I told her
it's
no.
just go behind
Did
the
you
house.
talk to her?
Oh yes, we told her.
Did she say she went alone that day?
Yes, she did.
Did you go with her?
Nope.
Okay. Did you know she was going up there?
Nope.
Okay, so
She never came back in the house. We thought she was with Alyssa, so we weren't.
And I thought she went back to the house.
Okay. So she went up there and then brought Elizabeth back apparently. Did you see Elizabeth back there? Okay. Just Emma?
No, they didn't come in the house. They stayed on the gravel road and played. I didn't even know she was there.
Okay. Did anybody else in the house see her? Did Aunt Catherine or
Well, I
Ryan?
don't know about Catherine saw her or not because we could ask her, but no one else did.
Did you see Catherine or Ryan outside?
I didn't see them outside. I just saw their cars parked and I knew that they were.
Did you see your grandpa outside?
Yes.
When did you see him outside?
I saw him outside as I was leaving
As you were leaving where?
to go to the forest on the walk.
Where was he at?
He was working on the front of the house. I think he was working on the steps. He was working on something, like by the air conditioner.
Where's that at?
Oh yeah, new stuff.
The house would be like, the air conditioner's right there.
Okay. So he would have saw you walk to the forest.
Well, if he was paying attention, I'm pretty sure he would have seen me though, because
I mean, that's a long walk up there.
I went that way from the front door down.
Oh, okay.
Because my room's like right up in there. So.
Okay, so he was back here.
Mm-hmm.
She would have gone around back there.
He had to have known because he knew that you had the. I was gonna say the baby. He knew
Yeah,
you had Emma with
yeah,
you.
because you had Emma.
Right.
Okay, so. Okay. So went around the back there, and so your grandpa was back there, and Joseph and Nathaniel were inside. Is that?
No, they were with
They
Anthony.
read Anthony's playing on the
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it all in my head here. Okay. So nobody else ever came in the forest there with you, though.
Nope.
Did Ryan ever come in the forest with you?
Mm-mm.
Did your grandpa ever come in the forest with you?
Nope.
Emma ever make it in the forest with you?
Nope.
Okay. But you went around this way.
Mm-hmm.
That day, did you ever go this way?
No.
You were never out there?
Oh, I go out there, but I didn't
No,
go
that
day.
That day.
Nope.
That day. You never out there that day.
Mm-hmm.
But you heard Emma down here.
Mm-hmm.
Where were, from talking with Emma and the rest of it, where Emma and Elizabeth were playing? I mean, from talking and all
She
the
said the big
discussion.
rock. There's two big rocks.
Where are these big rocks at?
Oh, I couldn't.
I mean, are they right around the house here, or where?
It's like
Where are these rocks?
I don't know what
Should be the
rocks
better
it
one.
is.
I'm sorry.
They're around the house here, though, or
You
where?
can't miss them. They're huge. Two huge rocks that we had brought in.
Are they the
But
ones that
where-
are like at the end of the gravel or whatever? That are like kind of.
Well, the pond is here,
Okay, but-
and it goes up, and I think they're right there.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I was thinking.
But are they down by this briar where she got stuck, or are they up by the house, by your
No, they're
house?
not by the house. They're down by the road.
Down here by this, if this were the pond, are they down by this pond?
You know, I would hate to tell you something. Maps to me are like the
Well,
worst
I'm just
thing.
trying, well, then
And
I'll go with you.
Alyssa would be
Well,
much
the
better.
rocks.
Here's the highway, here's the
I
road
see
that comes in.
'cause
and-
Rocks are about right here, because the road splits off again to go up to their apartment, Cafe
Okay.
Ryan's.
So she would have been,
Yes.
so closer in between where you found Emma, where she was stuck by the briar or thorns or
Right.
whatever.
Her
you
little
wanna call it.
tie thing fell off, and she went down to get it.
So they would have been playing somewhere in there.
Hopscotch, she said.
And that would have been, you went back in there,
Mm-hmm.
4:30 or 5. You got back. It would have been around 6 or so, because at
Yes.
6:15 or 6:30, you heard Emma screaming.
Right.
So we believe then that around, well, it would have had been around 5 or so. Emma would have had to go and get Elizabeth. She would have had to walk there and go and get her and come back.
Mm-hmm.
How long of a walk is that? I mean, to walk
It's not that
To-
long.
No, it's not that far.
to walk down there, knock on the door, get her, and walk back to there.
See, we don't know if she stayed and played.
Yeah.
Her mother would be a better one to tell you when they left, because I guess she handed her the cell phone when she left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they walk down, they play,
I
and they
thought she
come
left
back.
at 5:30, but
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa, when you came back to here, so you take this route back in here,
Yes.
walk back to the house,
Mm-hmm.
and you're obviously walking back this path that you came here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Emma over here in the
I
road?
did not.
Did you see her right here playing with Elizabeth?
Nope.
Was she in the house?
Mm.
Do you know where she was?
No.
So she wasn't in the house?
No.
She wasn't over here?
No.
She wasn't here?
Well, no. I didn't see her over there until I heard her. But I didn't know where she was until I heard her and came out.
So we have no idea where Emma was.
Right.
Okay. So you're saying we just don't know where she was.
Mm-hmm.
So is Emma saying she was just playing with Elizabeth the whole time until she got stuck in the thorn bush?
well, I guess they separated before then. Elizabeth said she had to go home. Then she got stuck in the bush.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a cell phone?
Not right now.
Does Dustin have a cell phone?
He and his mom share a cell phone.
You guys talk on cell phones or anything back and forth, or is that how you guys communicate? Or
We call usually.
okay, you guys talk a lot. She run up the phone bill.
Well, she's been grounded for the phone for a week now.
Okay.
Well, every 2 weeks
Just
on
a
Wednesday
couple of
or Thursday.
She has a 2-week grounding, but we haven't even discussed about the skipping school and what that's going to be. That's kind of on the back burner at the moment.
Okay. And you knew Elizabeth had a cell phone.
She shared one with Anthony.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. What color was that cell phone?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. You knew. You probably had heard that she obviously, she had that cell phone with her that day. And there are pretty easy ways that we have to locate that cell phone through GPS, and they can locate that down to pretty well a few inches nowadays, especially with what the FBI have.
Right.
So we can pretty well find a cell phone anywhere on the planet nowadays. Is there any reason at all that your fingerprints would be on that cell phone?
No.
Okay. So if that cell phone were processed, your fingerprints would not be on it.
Right.
Can you think of any reason why? Have you ever touched that cell phone? Have you ever held that cell phone? I mean, in the past, any time at all? No? Okay. She ever handed it to you? Or?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Now, when you were up in your room here, your I guess window was open.
Yes.
You heard Emma.
Oh yeah.
If Emma was down there with Elizabeth, don't you think you would have heard Emma and Elizabeth playing together?
Yeah.
But you never heard them?
Nope.
Never? Okay.
Well, I also had my music on, and Emma was really loud when she was screaming. So.
Okay. What music do you listen to?
I had one of my mixed CDs in.
Okay. Do you do headphones or just
No, I
music?
have it in the stereo.
Okay. Okay. All right. Did you talk to Dustin on the night, on Wednesday at all, that evening, early morning?
I talked to him during the
Anything at all?
day, but not afterwards.
Not late at night, early morning, anything at all?
Mm-mm.
Obviously, you probably talked to him Thursday because you saw him that next day and skipped school and all that. Are the two of you pretty close?
Yes.
Who's your best friend? I mean, who's your closest confidant that you tell your best secrets to? I mean, if you have a problem, who do you go to?
I would probably go to Kylie.
Kylie.
Mhm.
Who's Kylie?
She's my best friend.
Kylie.
Mhm.
What's her last name?
Ridenhour.
Kylie Ridenhour. Okay. Have you talked to Kylie about any of this?
Nope, I haven't had my own.
Okay. Did you see her at school or anything since then?
She doesn't go to the same school as me.
Okay.
She's in 9th grade.
Okay. All right. So you haven't talked to her about any of this?
Mm-mm.
You talked to Dustin?
Yes.
Okay. What's Dustin think about all this?
Well, he just hopes that they find her, and he doesn't really know that much about her because he doesn't know her or anything.
Okay. If it came down to, hey, this is a whodunit, and this girl is missing and we can't find her, and they start asking a bunch of people to take polygraphs, I don't think it'd come to that. This is a standard question we ask everybody. But if it came down to it, would you be willing to take a polygraph sometime in the future to prove that you didn't have anything to do with it?
Sure.
And what would those results show us?
The truth.
Okay.
That I haven't done anything.
Okay, good. Now, it's my understanding that did the FBI do a search or something of the house where you guys lived?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was that all about?
They searched our house, I guess, for any signs of Elizabeth, and they found stuff in my room, but not like evidence like that. They found like marijuana seeds,
And you understand, I don't care about marijuana seeds or any of that.
and they
I
found
could care less.
my medication.
Don't care about that.
Yeah.
That's not what we're here about. Has Elizabeth ever been in the house? I mean, she's coming over
She
to
has
visit
been in
with
the
them.
house, yes.
Yeah, I assume if she's a neighbor girl, she's probably been over there, so not a big deal there. So you said they searched your room,
Yes.
other than marijuana seeds and that sort of stuff. Did they find anything?
Nope.
Okay. Did they take anything?
They took my sheet and
Okay.
a pillowcase, I
Okay.
think.
Did they take anything else?
I don't think so. I haven't really surveyed anything.
Okay.
I think they took clothes
Oh, they took a pair of pants.
and a diary.
Really?
I mean, they gave us the list. It's not all coming to me what was on the list, but there's a long list.
Your diary. Okay. You ever gone through the diary?
I've looked at some of it, yes.
Did you know that?
No.
Does it make you angry?
A little.
It's kind of your private, personal thoughts, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can understand you being angry with that.
But only if it's sitting out. I've never gone looking. She's got it sitting open on the floor, and I'm in there. I care about her.
Well, the diary is supposed to be, I understand where you're coming from, because the diary is supposed to be your, where you keep your personal thoughts and your secrets and the rest of it. And that's where we, put our secrets, isn't it? So, and, with something like this, there's, obviously, we as law enforcement, we're obviously, we don't know everything that's going on yet because we haven't found her yet. So we're looking at all avenues with this right now. And we've talked to a lot of people, and I can tell you though, there's some people that we have talked to that we don't feel are telling the full truth yet. And that's why we go around, we collect a lot of stuff, because we don't always know what is the evidence and what isn't. So sometimes we collect things that we don't know if they're evidence or not. So we collect things just in case, and that's why they go to your house and they, just in case, because that sort of thing. So they collect a lot of things, such as your diary
And the shovels.
and the shovels. Do you think they went through your diary?
If they collected it, then most likely. What? The only thing I can think of is embarrassing things that they find out about me. So.
We talked a little bit earlier about technology.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you write something down,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Let's say you write it down in pencil, and then you take a pen and try real hard to scratch it out.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make it go away.
Okay.
It's still there. And forensically, and actually you don't even need a whole lot of forensics. If you hold it up to a light, you can see what was written. And then when that's processed forensically, every word, every stroke is still there. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
what we want to do is find out what happened to the little girl.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have a little sister.
Yes.
If something happened to her,
Mm-hmm.
you would want to know where she is.
Yes.
Even if something bad had happened to her,
Yes.
you would want to know what happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if she has a sibling or not. I don't know. I don't know her family. But I know her family wants to find her and recover her.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know what the truth is.
Okay.
We have your diary. We've read your diary,
Mm-hmm.
including the last entry.
Mm-hmm.
We both know what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
Where's she at?
I don't know.
Melissa, I want you to look at me for just a minute.
What?
We deal with kids all the time. We deal with kids all the time. That's all I've done for 12 years is deal with kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to say anything in this room that's going to catch us off guard. Okay? We need you to be honest. Just be honest. If you know something, then say it. Okay? Please continue. Just say it if you know something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You need to tell us the truth. You need to tell us what happened. If this was an accident, that's fine, but we need the truth. We have to know the truth. That's all I'm asking for, is whatever happened, I have to know the truth. This is not going to go away. All I'm asking for is the truth.
I don't know what's in the diary. I don't know the truth.
That's what I'm asking. Tell us what happened. If this was an accident, that's fine. We can deal with that. But I have to know what happened. I have to know what the truth was. I have to know how this happened. And the most important thing is we have to know where she's at. We have to give this family some closure. Just like if this is your little sister, you would want closure. This family needs closure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let's start at the beginning. Is this something that was planned out, or was this just an accident?
It was an accident.
Okay. Well, this is a starting point then. That's kind of what I thought. Why don't we start with what happened? Did you get home from school at 3:30?
Do you want to sit by her?
You got home at 3:30?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened from there?
I went in the forest. Like I said. And Elizabeth was in there.
Do you have an extra one for her? Yes. Elizabeth was there in the forest?
Yes.
Was she alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
We decided to go hang out. Because it was a nice day. We were just messing.
Take your time.
We were just messing around. And she fell. She died. And I didn't know what to do. So I I burned her body. Because I didn't want to get in trouble.
Where at?
It was not too far back in the forest. But
Who helped you?
nobody.
Where at in the forest?
I still did it by the creek bed.
At the creek bed.
Yes.
How did you burn her?
I just got a bunch of wood and started a fire. And burned her body.
Who have you told about this?
No,
Just Dustin?
I haven't told anyone.
Because you know we're going to talk to a lot of people. And you know we're going to find out. Dustin and the rest of those folks are going to have to take polygraphs. Did you tell Dustin?
I didn't tell him anything.
Did you tell Kylie?
No.
If you did, that's fine. But we have to know the truth now. Who did you tell?
No.
Why did you dig that hole? Was that for her? When did you dig the hole? You dug it ahead of time, didn't you?
I dug that hole on Wednesday.
Before you played with her.
Yes.
When we go and get the body here, there'll be an autopsy. And it doesn't matter. I work a lot of homicides. It doesn't matter whether the body's burned or not. They'll go through and do an autopsy.
Okay.
And they will discover every injury on her body and the cause of death. And I understand you say she fell, and that's why she died. However, they will know from the autopsy if she was shot, if she was hit in the head, if her throat was cut. They will know all of that from the autopsy. So we need to know the truth, because at the end of the autopsy, they will know exactly how she died. So we need to know now the full truth, full disclosure right now, so it doesn't come out later that, well, Melissa wasn't telling the full truth again. We need to have it all come out now. How did you kill her?
She died.
How did she die? 9-year-old girls don't just die.
We were messing around. And she fell back and hit her head.
Was her throat cut?
Yeah.
Oh.
Grandma?
Oh my God.
She was her mother. I'm not going to ask any questions right now until we get. Take your time. Do you want a drink of water? Take your time.
Oh, this one. Wait.
Take that. Melissa, I think you dug the hole ahead of time because you knew you were going to kill Elizabeth. I think you tried to dig the hole, like I said, and realized it was too hard to dig down that far. And I think you got Elizabeth out there and knew you were going to kill her. And then you cut her throat. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay. What did you use to cut her throat with?
Not
A pocket knife? A kitchen knife?
kitchen knife.
Okay. Where is that kitchen knife now?
And the sink,
In the sink of your house?
I believe so.
Okay. So you brought it back to the house with you. Did you wash it off?
Yes.
Okay. How long of a knife is it?
About that long.
About that long? What kind of handle does it have?
Black one.
Black handle? Okay. Did you stab her?
Afterwards.
Stab her body or where?
Yes.
Okay. How many times did you stab her?
2.
Two.
I think.
Did you hit her with anything first?
No.
Or did you just cut her neck? Or what? You tell me what happened.
Cut her throat, and she died. And then I just stabbed her.
When you got home from school, about 3:30, what happened from then? Walk me through step by step.
I got home. I went in my room. I still went out to the forest room. 5:30-ish. Then I walked over, and Elizabeth was outside.
When did you dig the hole?
I done that when I was trying to find a place to hide her body.
So did you dig that after you killed her? Yes? Okay. So at about 5:30, you went out. Did you go to her house to get her?
I went over there, and she was outside, so I was like, yeah.
You knew you were going to do it then? Okay, so you went over there about 5:30 and got her. Was Emma with you?
She was for part of the way. Like I said, I ditched her.
Ditched her?
Yeah.
Did you have the knife hidden on you? Or where was it at?
Yeah, I had it.
In your hand?
No.
Okay. So you did you walk all the way over to her house?
Yeah.
Okay. Show me what route you went.
I went back through here.
Went and got her?
Yeah.
And then show me where you went from there. And show me with this pen where you went from there. You had Elizabeth.
I came to the pond and then just followed that path.
Okay. And then you went up here to a creek bed?
Yes.
Okay. And where did Emma turn back?
I think it was somewhere out here.
Okay.
Like I said.
So it was just you and Elizabeth?
Mhm.
What did you tell Elizabeth you were going to do?
We were just hanging out at first. I don't know. I didn't.
You had the knife with you. Had you made up your decision you were going to kill her then?
No.
At what point did you make the decision that you were going to kill her?
When we had been at the creek.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
You just decided? Okay. Was she facing you? Was she turned around? What happened?
And she was turned around.
You just came up behind her and cut her throat? And then stabbed her twice? Okay. And is it true you said Then you burned her body. Okay, is that part true?
Mm-hmm.
So is her body should still be there?
I burned it and then I like scattered it in the creek.
Into the creek?
Yes.
Is the creek full of water?
Yes.
Okay. Because generally it's pretty hard to burn a body all the way. So it wasn't burned up all the way, was it?
No.
No, because it's hard to burn a body.
Right.
So you kind of pushed what was left of the body into the water. Was the water moving pretty fast?
Kind of.
Okay. Clothes still, you can still see her clothes? Were they burned off of her body? Okay. And you took the knife back home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what did you do from there? You had the knife, and then show me what happened from there.
I just walked back and came inside.
Did you walk back this path that you showed me?
Yes.
You walked this path, came back inside.
Yep.
And then what did you do?
I went up to my room, turned out, came down.
Put the knife in the sink? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about the hole, though?
It was just there.
No, it wasn't just there.
I dug it. Yeah, it was there.
When did you dig it?
After I was looking for something to do with their body, so I dug it.
When?
It was before I came home
Before you came home from where?
from the forest.
Who helped you?
No,
Your grandpa helped you, didn't he?
no,
Who helped you?
no one helped me.
When did you dig this hole?
Why?
When?
Wednesday.
The Wednesday before all this?
No. Wednesday it happened.
After or before you killed her?
After.
You came back home,
Yes.
went to your room, heard Emma crying,
Mm-hmm.
went to help her,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been almost 6 o'clock in the evening when Emma was screaming. So when would you have had time to dig that hole?
Before I came back.
You didn't have a shovel with you.
I had a knife.
You didn't dig that hole with a knife. You did not dig. I was out there for 5 hours. You didn't dig that hole with a knife. Your grandpa loves you very much, doesn't he? Your grandpa would do anything for you. I know you don't want to tell me. I know you want to protect him. But we have got to get to the truth in this. You came back. You told him what had happened. And he wanted to help you. He wanted to try to make this right.
I didn't know my grandpa anything.
Who helped you?
No one.
We're going to put them all on a polygraph.
Okay.
Who helped you?
No one.
When did you dig the hole?
Wednesday.
When?
After I killed her.
When after you killed her? Listen. You've got to tell the truth. You're not telling the truth on this part. You're not telling the truth on this.
Why does it even matter now?
It does matter because we have got to find out the truth.
Well, if you already know it.
We have got to know the full truth. Tell us the truth.
I'm still gonna want to way back.
No, you didn't. You didn't have a shovel.
It's the Friday one. Yeah.
You're telling the truth about how you killed her. I believe that, because that matches your diary. But you're still not telling the truth on the rest of this.
I did the whole Friday.
I want you to look at me. Just look at me. Just look at me. You've done the hard part. You've done the hard part. Just tell the truth. The reality is, we can deal with the truth. We can deal with the truth. Tell the truth. You're okay. Tell the truth.
I took it Friday.
Was it David? Was it Dustin?
No one
Who
helped
helped you?
me.
Was it Ryan? Or was it your grandpa?
No one helped me. I did it by myself.
Because the problem is, without you telling the truth, we're going to have to start investigating all of them. Because we don't know what the truth is from you yet. We just know you're not telling us the truth on it. She's right. Toby's right. You've done the hard part on this. One thing I can assure you, Louis, I can assure you from working a lot of homicides for the last 13 years. I do got a crummy job. The truth is going to come out. Every one of these that I work, where you're sitting here right now, going through the agonizing part of not wanting to come this last portion and tell on someone else. The truth is going to, the full truth on whatever happened here is going to come out.
Okay, they didn't do it.
And tell me the full truth of all this. Why aren't you telling everything?
I did. I switched up the whole thing because I want to make it like an accident. But then it really was on Friday that I did the whole.
I know it wasn't an accident. I mean, I've already talked with you. I know you planned this. I know you had this in your mind. I know you thought about this, and I know you intended on doing this. I know that. Okay, I know this wasn't an accident, that it just spurred the moment. I know that from the whole. I know you intended on killing her, brought her out there for that purpose. But the problem is your deception is causing us other issues here. Okay, so I'm past the point of thinking, is this an accident? Did she hit her head? Did you just change your mind at the last second and for some reason decide to kill her? I know you brought her out there to kill her. Okay, why I did this? Well, that's not the issue, but I know that happened. But we're still having a problem here with this hole and the rest of it because you've been lying to us on that. You see, I mean, none of your times make any sense on you didn't dig it with a knife. We know that didn't happen.
It was Friday with the shovel.
When on Friday?
I'm not sure exactly.
Would you lie to protect or cover up for someone else? I'm sure you would, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're a smart girl. But you know, at this point, we're going to have to investigate. You know, now your grandpa and Ryan and Dustin and all these other folks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to get a larger map and have you point out exactly where that is, because the priority for, at least for us right now, is to recover her body so that family can get her back, so that they can bury her. You can understand if this was your sister, your family would want her back. So I'm going to need your help, okay, in pointing out where that was, and maybe even if we have some problems, showing us where that was. Where you put her in. Would you be willing to do that if we had to take us out there if we can't find it on the map? Because the priority for us is we've got to get that little girl back so they can give her, have some closure. Because the thing about it, you had the agony of having to grow up without a mother or father. I've lost family. My family, I pretty much grew up without a mom or dad. My brother was killed, so I kind of grew up alone myself. So this family is going to grow up without a little girl now. But they at least need to get her body back to put her in the ground to have some closure. So we'll deal with all the rest of this with you and get that figured out. But the first step is let's get to the truth and get her back. Okay? What haven't you told me?
Nothing that I can think of.
We're going to have to talk some more about this, obviously. But for right now, I need to get a larger map. We're going to take a break here, and I'll let you talk or whatever you need to do. And I need to get a bigger map.
Now is the time. Now is the time to just tell the truth. That's all you have to do is tell the truth. There's parts of your story that don't make sense. They don't make sense. They don't make sense even to me. Because I am your advocate and I am here to protect you. I'm not going to ask the questions, but there's statements that you're making that don't make sense. It's evident that you're lying. And we treat people who can't be honest completely different than we treat people who can be honest. If you can be honest, if you can tell us what happened, even if you aren't protecting people you feel obligated to protect, we at least know we can help you, okay? So he's gonna walk out, and like he said, he can't come back and talk, but don't you wanna have told him the truth right from the beginning? This is your opportunity, it's your opportunity.
Okay, I did split her throat, I strangled her.
You strangled her?
Mm-hmm.
You strangled her with your hands?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a knife on you?
Yes.
Did you cut her throat at any time?
Yes.
Cut her throat afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you strangled her first until she was unconscious, dead, and then you slit her throat?
Mm-hmm.
And did you stab her then?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do anything else to her?
No.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
I'm gonna bury your body.
You buried her?
Yes.
Your body's still out there?
I think so.
You didn't burn her, did you?
No.
See, I knew you did. She's still out there at the same spot?
I believe so.
Okay. Tell me about that hole that you did dig. The hole that I saw that you pointed out. What was that about?
It was gonna be a catch. But
Okay.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it. Why? What was...
couldn't dig that far.
Okay. How deep did you dig the grave that she's in?
It's not that deep.
Will you be able to point out on a map or take us to where she's at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You didn't bury her, did you?
No.
Did you bring a shovel with you?
No,
How did you dig the hole?
it was I had already dug it.
Okay. When did you dig that hole?
That one was also on Friday.
Okay. So you dug the hole on Friday and had it all ready. Did you leave the shovel out there?
No.
Okay. So the hole was already dug on Friday, and then you brought her out there Wednesday. Killed her there on Wednesday, strangled her, then cut her throat, stabbed her twice, put her in the hole, and then how'd you fill the dirt in?
With my hands?
With your hands. Did you do anything else to her body?
No.
Did anyone help you?
No.
Who have you told about this?
No one.
No one. Did you tell Dustin?
No.
Did you tell your grandpa?
No.
Did you tell your friend Kylie?
No.
Did you tell anyone?
No.
Is that the truth?
There's still something. There's still something. There's still something you're not telling. I can tell.
No, that's it.
You sure?
Yes. I haven't told that anyone.
Where's her cell phone at?
It should be with her.
Why did you pick her?
I don't know. I just did.
Was there something about her? Did you just want to know what it was like to kill someone?
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
Was she just someone nearby, or was it?
Yeah.
Take a break. Be right back. I want to get some out.
Do you need some water? Do you need anything? Okay. You're okay.
Oh, God.
I want you to look at me. I know that it's been hard for you, okay? We're gonna do what we can, okay? I just need you to breathe. Okay? And just slow your breathing down, okay? Slow your breathing down. Okay. There you go. Did you see it at pathways? Did you see it pathways?
I see something.
Okay, how often?
Every 5 to 6 weeks, she's my psychiatrist.
Do you have a counselor?
Yes.
Who's that?
Girl. Yes.
Okay. What kind of medication are you on?
Prozac. Yeah.
Okay. That's what your psychiatrist monitors?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was supposed to take a psychology test Tuesday. Or something like that.
At pathways?
Yes.
What was that about? What were they going to do with that?
It was just like a 5-hour test.
Okay. See, maybe if they've got your medications right, these kinds of
Yeah.
things to see how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. And through your nose, out through your mouth, okay? If you calm your breathing down, your body will follow, your brain will follow. So just in through your nose and out through your mouth.
What are they gonna do to me?
Okay. What's going to happen is unclear. They may take you back out to help you look for the body. Okay. And then we're going to take you down to the juvenile office. We'll process you in and make some decisions there. See if you have you been hospitalized before?
Yeah.
Yeah, where at?
Midmo.
At Menlo. Okay. We're going to make some decisions like that, okay? In through your nose and out through your mouth, okay? At this point, you're still a juvenile. The juvenile office focuses on treatment, okay? We gear our services towards treatment. Juvenile arena is geared towards treatment, okay? See arrests. What happened there?
Depression.
You're a cutter.
Yes. And I tried to kill myself. That's why I went to Midmo
What was that?
when I was 13, 2 years ago. But I've thought about it a lot since then.
What's inside you that bothered you so much?
I don't know.
How long have you lived with your grandparents? Your nose out there.
I've lived with them since I'm about 8.
8. Were you with your mom until then?
Yes.
Did she take care of you?
Not really.
Did she let me borrow you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Right.
Right there before the age of 8. Okay. Your nose out through your mouth, okay? What can I do? You want some water? What can I do?
I just want to die. Everyone's
Calm down. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Through your nose out through your mouth.
I'm sure.
That's everything. That's the whole story. That's just the story.
Mm-hmm.
No one helped you.
No.
No one knows about it.
Right.
Because I'll be honest with you, I find it hard to believe that you spent the whole day with your boyfriend yesterday, spoke at 5, and you didn't say anything.
I didn't tell him about it.
Did you tell your grandpa?
No.
Did you? You had it all inside this whole time?
I had one.
You had it all inside this whole time? You just kept it to yourself? Keep breathing, okay? I brought this for you. This is an authorization for release of records from your pathway records. Okay, we're gonna get your pathway records so we know what they've done and what still needs to be done. Okay? Okay. So I'm gonna need you to spell your name for me again.
A-L-Y.
A-L-Y
S-S-A.
S-S-A.
Bustamante. B-U-S-T. A-M-T.
Okay. Do you know your social security number? No. Okay. Healthcare providers pathways.
Working on this release for our mental health records.
Oh, great. Before I forget, since we're going to be going out there to that site, I assume you or somebody from your office is going to want to go with us. It is very woodsy and very, very muddy.
You told me these shoes aren't gonna work?
The shoes and the skirt will not go.
Okay.
We're talking, probably be using boots. So I don't know if you have somebody else that can go or clothes you can change.
I'll find somebody to go.
Yeah, because we're going to need to get that lined up so we can do that pretty quick before there's any changes
Sure.
with
Let me get
the
this.
status change with
Okay.
the other side.
Pathway, signature of the individual, appointed name of the deputy. I'm just gonna sign.
We're lining that up right now.
Okay.
I assume we probably need to have you guys present the whole time with all that.
Today is the 23rd.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna have you sign it right here. Before I turn it over, I'm gonna speak with your grandparents as custodians to make sure that that's
So I'll step out so I'm not present with her while you're.
Is there anybody, I need to go make a phone call. Okay, I will come back. Okay, I'll come back and sit in here and we'll discuss what's gonna happen next,
Do
okay?
you
Okay.
do you have any knives, guns, anything on you? I have to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you stand up real quick? Just because we're in an
Stand up.
office now, stand up. Any,
Open.
is it razor blade in there? Okay. Do you have, I have to check your pockets real quick. Do you have anything on you at all just because of what's happened? Can you turn around for me? Anything else? Pocket knives, anything? I'm going to check your pockets. So,
Nothing.
any razor blades in your pockets, anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Anything else in your pockets? No other razor blades or anything like that?
No.
Turn that pocket out. What about in this pocket?
Nope.
Okay. Nothing else?
Mhm.
Okay. Nothing in your
tucked into
hair?
your bra straps?
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Okay. You're not, I know you've had problems in the past. Are you suicidal right now? Do you-
Yes.
Okay. Are you killing yourself right now? Okay. Well, keep an eye on you here. Okay. Don't have any sharp objects in your shoes or anything like that? Okay. What we're going to do right now, Melissa, is kind of get some things lined up to to go out there and have you point out that site where she's at.
Okay.
Will you be able to do that? Okay.
Come right back.
Okay.
You sit tight, you focus on your breathing, you stay calm. Take this in here. I'll be right back. All right?
Make sure.
Did you want your grandparents or not want your grandparents?
No handle. See how disappointed they are. Okay.
You don't want them to see.
Here we go.
What's the ETA on your people?
On their way, should be here any minute.
Hey, can you let us know when your people gets here?
The thing about grandparents and parents is they don't stop long. Not ever.
That's what we're waiting on.
Terrible.
The reality is, though, your grandmother loves you, and love doesn't stop. Okay? I don't want you to think nobody loves you. Your grandparents love you.
Love is unconditional.
Absolutely.
She loves you unconditional. Now, she's not going to understand why this happened. And there are going to be some, you guys have, I'm going to sugarcoat this. You guys have some rough times ahead of you. But she's not going to stop loving you. And that's not going to happen. But you need to be honest with her, and you need to be honest with us.
Okay.
We just got done speaking with her. I mean, that's the biggest thing. She wants the truth to come out, and that's why she wanted you to come in and talk with us. She wants whatever the truth is. She wants it to come out.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. So we need to go out there and have you point out where she is, what happened, the rest of it. Okay. And we are going to continue, the folks involved in this, the investigators are going to continue to talk to everyone else that might be involved, because we don't shut down at this point and assume that, okay, this is all over, it's done. We kind of start from the outside, from the big circle, and start working our way in, if that makes sense. Because we have to assume that there might be more people involved that helped you. And that's why it's so important that you tell the truth. And like she said, there's some parts of your story that it's a problem with a lie. When you tell a lie, you have to tell another one to cover that up, and then another one, and then another one, and it kind of snowballs. And once you're branded a liar, people assume you're lying about everything. And so when you do tell the truth, it's hard for someone to believe you, because they assume, well, she lied about this, she lied about this, she lied about this. She's probably still lying. Do you see what I mean? So we need to make sure that no more lies. Everything has to be the truth, because what you have to understand is you're under a tremendous amount of stress right now. And you're in a lot of pain right now. And we do this for a living. I mean, we're real good at detecting when people are lying. So I knew you were lying from the moment you came in here. It's trying to get you to come to grips with that. Okay.
But they love you. Always.
Hey, when you went and picked Elizabeth up, Was Emma with you at that time?
She was.
Okay, so she was with you at that time.
Yes.
When you started walking towards the forest,
Yes.
was she with you then?
Um,
Or at what point was she not with you?
we were in the forest, and I told her to go home, so she left.
Did she know what you were going to do?
I don't think so.
Had you ever talked to her about this sort of thing?
No.
Okay. She really did get stuck in that briar patch or in that thorn bush, though.
Yeah.
And you had blood on your pants.
Good. Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because Emma told us that you had blood on your pants.
Mm-hmm.
What did you tell her?
I told her I was on my period.
That wasn't blood from your period, though, was it?
It was.
Was?
So,
It
yeah.
was down here.
Are you sure?
That's what Emma said.
Well, I didn't have blood there.
Did you get blood on you,
No.
Elizabeth? Surely you had it on your hands.
I washed my hands.
Do you remember, though, did you have some on your hands?
I had a teeny bit.
Okay. And when you came back home, what did you do with that knife?
I put it in the sink.
Did you clean it?
Yeah.
Describe the knife to me again, please.
It's kitchen knife. Like that one with the black handle.
Black handle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it just straight edge? Does it have those serrations in it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's a straight edge.
Straight edge. Okay. How wide is it? Is it like, the chef's knife sometimes is the big for chopping, or is it a real thin one?
It was like that one.
Okay. When you did stab her, was it in the front or in the back?
In the front.
In the front. Okay. High up or low down?
It was high.
High, so up in the chest. Okay. What was she wearing?
A pair of jeans and a pink t-shirt.
Okay. Okay. Do you know, so Elizabeth was never playing in the front yard or by a rock with them, and that couldn't have happened, could it?
No.
Because Elizabeth came straight from her house out to the forest with you, didn't she? Okay. And when did you dig those holes, you said?
Friday.
Are you sure it was Friday?
Yes.
Or you just think it was Friday because we worked through those days?
I'm pretty sure it's Friday.
Where were you Saturday?
My mom's house.
Where's that at?
It's up at the lake.
Okay. And Sunday you were,
Also with my mom. I came back late Sunday.
so you didn't do it Sunday because you got home late, you said. Is
Yes.
that right? You didn't do it Monday or Tuesday?
Right.
Okay. Friday you were off school.
Mm-hmm.
And the day after this happened, you skipped school and you're smoking pot with Dustin,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're pretty close with Dustin?
Yeah.
Okay, so you skipped school, you're smoking pot. Did you sleep with him that day?
No.
You didn't?
Wait, what? You mean to have sex?
Yeah, did you have sex with him?
I
I was
did.
trying to be nice about it. Did
Oh,
you have sex with him that day? Okay, so you're pretty close with him. You're smoking pot and you had sex with him that day.
Yes.
Did you tell him about this?
No.
Why not? When you guys are that close, didn't you feel like you needed to tell somebody?
No. It's not really the kind of thing that you tell people.
Did you want to tell somebody?
I don't want to get in trouble though.
you were going to talk to somebody about this, who would you tell?
I would probably tell Kylie, but I haven't talked to her.
Just give you a heads up, Mike's here.
Okay. So
My Michael.
I assume so.
You go ahead.
Okay. Go out and talk to him and get him ready. But probably what we're going to do, Alyssa, is get everything ready and then drive out there. And then have you walk through and show us, because I don't know that area of the property. And have you walk through and show us where it is.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. So take a minute, I'll be right back.
I am going to go out with him, and I'll bring Michael in and introduce you. Okay?
Sorry about that. That's okay.
This is Mr. Kuti, otherwise known as Michael, okay? He is going to accompany you, okay? He is going to replace me because I'm not dressed for the woods, and you and I have talked about the dirt, and I don't do dirt, okay? So Michael is going to go with you. He's going to be your advocate. He's going to be there. If you have questions, you can ask Michael, okay? Okay. And remind you that through the course of all of this, you've been Mirandized, okay?
That was, we told you your rights.
Yeah, that was the rights that we read at the beginning. They apply through all this.
Yes.
They apply through all of it, okay?
Once we leave here, it'll be no more questioning, but we're just asking for.
Well,
No.
well, they may have to ask her
We
questions
may have to
just to
clarify once
locate the
we're out there.
body.
They did not invoke.
Oh, they did not. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, are we ready? Okay. Okay.
I will be at the juvenile office, and when you are done, they will return you to the juvenile office.
What we're going to do when we get out there, I'm going to ask you to walk us to, so that you both know. I'm going to ask her to show us where you buried her. And once we're actually out there, what I'm going to ask you to do is just basically tell me what happened when you were there. So just like you told me right here, all I'm going to ask you to do is tell me what happened. How did this happen? Who was standing where? And tell me the sequence of events so that I understand them better, versus you just telling me. That way, while we're there, I understand when you say this happened, who was standing where, and what happened, so that it actually makes sense to me.
Okay.
Are you okay with that? That's all I'm going to ask you to do, is just walk me through what occurred and then where it all occurred right there. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. That's the only questioning I'm going to ask. Are you okay with that?
Okay, and I'm going to see you at the juvenile office. Okay? So, okay, you go ahead with Michael.